Speaker Pelosi, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you are well and safe. I know
the pretending is ending. This is another interview where her demeanor has changed, but you want to see it more than once before you say, something new is happening, because it could just be a bad day, a fluke, an illness. You don't know. So here we are in Pelosi. She's not her usual jovial self with the smile plastered on her face and stuck there. No, she actually goes through that tight-lipped smile because she doesn't want to smile. If you cover up the mouth and just look at her eyes, it's nothing but, in essence, sadness.
Your home district of San Francisco has been particularly hard hit. President Trump is considering relaxing federal guidelines for coronavirus for some of the less affected parts of the country. Do you think he should?
And so you're hearing Jake Tapper talk to her about, what's going on, the things that are happening. And he mentions Trump. And usually when we see Pelosi and Trump's name mentioned, like anger flares up. And we don't see any of that. When we barely really see much movement other than her continually playing with her teeth, which are false.
Well, first of all, let me just say how sad it is that even since the president's signing of the bill, the number of deaths reported has doubled from 1,000 to 2,000 in our country. This is such a very, very sad time for us. So we should be taking every precaution. What the president, his denial at the beginning was deadly. His delaying of getting equipment to where it is.
So when she started the spiel, she was just giving emphasis. And now, as she goes into it's Trump's fault, it's people dying, the believe me look is permanently stuck. Believe me, believe me, believe me.
It continues. His delay in getting equipment to where it's needed is deadly. And now I think the best thing would be to do is to prevent more loss of life rather than open things up so that, because we just don't know. We have to have testing. That's what we said from the start before we can evaluate what the nature of it is in some of these other regions as well. I don't know what the purpose of that is. I don't know what the scientists are saying to him. I don't know what the scientists said to him. When did the president know about this? And what did he know? What did he know and when did he know it? That's for an after-action review. But as the president fiddles, people are dying. And we just have to take every precaution.
So now she's going through her spiel. She's got the believe me look stuck permanently there. But the other thing that we're not seeing that we usually see from Pelosi in her acting and her portrayal is an over-dramatization of the emotions. People are dying. No, we didn't get any of that. We got people are dying. And it doesn't work when you have the believe me look plastered on there because it's opposite of her demeanor. Her personality doesn't fit this. And this is when we go, the pretending is ending. Because in the spiel, what she's really doing is she's setting up for another impeachment, another investigation. And then we go back to the earlier, at the very beginning of this, and the absence of what used to be Pelosi. It's the sadness.
Nancy Pelosi, Leader Pelosi, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Morning, my pleasure.
So for the past 10 days, Donald Trump has...
So you see her in normal Pelosi mode. This is much older, much, much older. At the beginning of this, the normal Pelosi thing, smiles. It's this fake smile. Portrayal. Good morning. She's monitoring the sound of her voice. She's making it soft to appear soft. She's very aware of how she portrays herself. Whereas where we see from the latest interview, she's not even trying. The typical deception that she's putting through is still there and you can see it blatantly. But I think at this point, even she's getting tired of the lying. Because as we watch this,
been engulfed in this controversy about this 2005 Access Hollywood tape in which he seemed to boast about sexually assaulting women. And yet, according to this morning's poll, Hillary Clinton is only 4 points ahead, and the Washington Post reports it only had a minimal impact.
You see how she holds herself. It's very still, and her mouth is moving. She's waiting for her moment to speak.
Impact on his overall support. Are you surprised that the tape has barely moved the needle?
Well, I think that what you hear that people say it has a minimal effect on their vote, it means they want to know about things that affect them. What's on the ballot are his name and Hillary Clinton's name, but what's also on the ballot are Medicare. Medicare, we have a Republican Congress that would remove the guarantee of Medicare.
So now we're seeing her in her rhetoric, Her believe me look is plastered permanently on her face, and she's going through her deception, perception. And she's much more emphasized in what she's saying. She's going bigger. She's moving her head more. She's really trying to sell you on this. And then what we see now with Jake Tapper, she's quit. She's selling her deception, but not enthusiastically, which makes me believe personally that she's not on board with this deception and she's tired. And I think the sadness comes through that if she doesn't do and go down this path, she may not be Speaker of the House much longer. This is a toothless tiger, so watch out for her claws. If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.